Hey guys, welcome to today's NW opening. I think this is NW opening number 28 or 27, I think. I know that it's been about 4 or 5 months since the last one, and there's a few reasons for that. Dingy lighting, just haven't felt like it, and I haven't really needed anyone unboxing anything I've been animating with. I've kind of already had unboxed. Today we've got something worth opening. Today we're opening the AEW UK exclusive Unrivaled Collection Action Ring. This is the one that comes with the silver UK exclusive Cody Rhodes attire figure. One of 7 Cody Rhodes figures that already exist in the AEW line. What are we, technically 3 seasons in now in the US? It's not great, that is it, not great. So, yeah, I ordered this because it's a good size for me. It's a mid-size ring, or maybe even a small size ring, I don't really know. But the point is, it's a good size ring for me with the amount of limited space I have. It actually has space for the ring apron, like there's space between the ring apron and the ropes. So that's good because you wouldn't actually believe how irritating that is with animations. I was, around the time this came back in stock in Smyths, I was recording the entrances for my next animation, and I couldn't believe just how irritating it was trying to get them just to stand on the side. I usually just have guys slide in because I know it's a problem, but in this instance, it was a big match. I wanted people going in through the ropes, and yeah, it was surprisingly irritating. So this is actually a quality of life investment for me. It's £30. It comes with the £20 figure, of course. Figure's probably actually worth more than that. Not necessarily in the UK, but at least overseas, purely because of it being a UK exclusive, obviously. So actually, the ring is a pretty good deal at that point. I had this come about a week ago, but I've only just got around to opening it because I haven't really felt like it, but also I was looking for a place where I could open it. There was enough room, but also there wasn't loads of crap around the sides. There are still a couple of gaps, so I do apologise for that. But for now, let's just get on and see what we've got here. Okay, so I'll just cut this open. As a background, I thought I'd use this WWE blanket. It's quite nice, isn't it? I got this for Christmas a few years ago and then just never did anything with it, but I need something to cover a surface. Put this on, so that's what I went with. So first of all, I feel quite lucky because this was delivered with Hermes, and I've seen a lot of Hermes delivered rings that have literally just been kicked. They just have a boot hole in them, So it's quite a lucky start. However, I have also seen these rings come cracked, so that's another reason why I wanted to record it. So here we go. Okay, so that's just a bit of cardboard slides out, and outside that bit of cardboard, it's just kind of loosely sat in there. Okay, so we got the box out of the way. We'll use that as a little backing. Drop that bit of cardboard on the floor for now. We'll pull the Cody out. We're going to look at this separate, but let's get this out the way. There's a little quick closer look at the Cody. And then in the centre part here, we'll have the AEW stickers, which are lovely and nice and cool and everything, but they won't be of much use to me since I'm using this for my own fed. But we'll take a look at those anyway. I know it's never exactly been a common practice for rings to have the decals actually on the posts, etc. And that it's more commonplace to use the stickers, but I'm very glad that these are on stickers purely so I don't have to stick them on. We've got an instruction sheet in there. Hopefully we can work it out without it, but yeah, we've got the ring apron sides there as well. I think this one is to go into the center of the ring. Do you remember when AEW used to have this logo in the middle of the ring? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Okay, let's just flip this over. As you can see here, there's a little sort of plastic cutout area there showing you where to put the AEW logo. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but the mat is actually textured. There, I think you can see that pretty well. It's actually textured, so that's really cool. I'll tell you what, right? This is a weird thing to say, but it smells really good. That new ring smell. I actually think this might be slightly larger than the Ring of Turmoil. That I've been using. It might actually be exactly the same size, sort of around the mat, and then the ring apron is the size difference, but it definitely looks larger. Okay, so we got the posts out now. Yeah, the post definitely bigger. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that hammock. That is a big ass post. Sort of squared post there. So that's interesting. And we'll just get those stuck in. Or not, as the case may be. I haven't actually looked around the side yet, but there are no cracks. So that's good. This is in perfectly fine condition. So that's good. I'm just going to want to crack each of these posts in. It's easier said than done putting putting the posts in with like some of the new Mattel rings. I had it from like eBay bundles, and they've just like been a nightmare to actually stick in. And then the ropes just like are like integral, aren't they? Like they're just stuck into one of the posts and they aren't removable. That's just like awful design there. We do not have this issue here. Okay, I know this isn't a great camera angle, but we're just gonna have to stick with it, and I'll pick it up in a second to give you a nice overview. Okay, so we'll just put on the ropes. Okay, so that's the ropes on. Unfortunately, it is tied, knotted ropes, but I take that over integral, cannot remove from the post ropes, and then they become slack anyway ropes any day, like the crap Mattel have been spouting out. Again, we've got a textured mat here. It's not a spring ring, which is a massive relief. You know, it's brilliant that someone's actually made a small size ring that isn't a spring ring. We've got the squared posts, and you can see the detail on the turnbuckle pads, etc. there, and the detail on the ring apron. Again, we have the AEW stickers that you can stick on to the pads, etc. if you so desire. I do not, so I will not be doing that today. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, okay. So all in all, I think this is a brilliant ring. The turnbuckle posts are a lot bigger than I was expecting, but that's not exactly like a bad thing. It's not exactly a good thing. It's just a sort of unexpected thing. So let's take a quick look at the Cody Rhodes figure. Okay, so I've had to travel back upstairs to my desk for the figure opening portion of the video, which is a bit of a shame because significantly worse lighting, and you know, it's much more fun to have done it in the ring. But fact of the matter is, it was a massive pain in the ass trying to get the camera to actually like look at him, like to actually get the camera angled properly. So yeah, we're gonna pull this guy open. I'm not gonna go too in depth in this one purely because I don't have that much space left in my phone. What I will say is this is my first AEW figure. And you know, people were raving when these things first came out about how good they were and how they immediately fell in love with figure style. So let's see how that goes. Well, the first thing that jumps out to me is that the face quality is a lot better than the original release Cody. The skin tone is a lot better than the original release Cody. And a third thing I will notice is no tattoo. No tattoo. Interesting one. I wonder what that's about. So we'll get this bit of plastic out from under his weight belt. This is annoying. Okay, Cody's head's just going to be cut off for a while in this one because I am sick of trying to get a camera angle where the whole thing actually fits in. But yeah, okay, so I've got that bit of plastic off now. We've got the weight belt out. So first of all, let's take a bit of a look at the decals we got here. So first of all, this is probably my favorite of the Cody figures in terms of color scheme. I really like the silver. I really like the blue. Kind of puts me in the mind of like, you know, when you get like cola flavored sweets that are like silver, sort of like Mawams and stuff. Like that's what it puts me in mind of. If I was a kid, I would chew on these legs. Oh, I'd chew those legs so good. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I'm not going to go massively into depth. I'm not going to talk about the bits that can detach and stuff like that. But I'm going to do my usual thing of talking about the quality of the joints as they have come in the video. Hey, that works. That's a pretty good angle. So yeah, we've looked at the front. We'll take a look at the back. As you can see here, on the weight belt, we have AEW on TV. It would be really cool if that was like an ITV logo. That would have been really cool. But that looks really nice. I don't think I'm ever going to have him wrestle with this on, especially not in an animated format, purely because it's quite irritating that it just slides around all over the place. And if I'm honest, I have an Elite Cody, and any storylines I have for him will be set sort of based on a younger Cody. So to be fair, it's probably not going to see much use for a while this, but I'm still happy to have it. And you know what, it's really nice to know that this is like a UK exclusive. Like it's something that's special to the UK, so that's kind of cool, you know. All right, so first of all, I'm going to talk about the joints, and rather than starting at the top, which also doesn't seem to be great, I'm going to talk first about this ab joint, because look at this, it's all over the place. This is like how I imagine finisher move figures came when they were new. So okay, so the actual like lean is fine. That's not bad, but then the rest, the twist is just like really wobbly. That's like ridiculous, man. Next we will travel up, we'll go to the head, and this is really loose as well. I actually wish I was exaggerating how loose this was. I wish I was like moving it really hard, but actually if I just like, let's see if I can like, look at that, his whole upper body just shakes. If I rub my pinky finger on his head, his whole upper body shakes. That's impressive. I wonder about the longevity of these figures, especially now I've got one and the joints are like this already. And the, reports of people like playing with these and the arms just snapping and stuff. I've also noticed there is some paint on his hand there. It's not the best paint job in the world. And he does have some marks on him, but I mean, that's not exactly like out the ordinary for wrestling figures nowadays. He's got like a mark in his abs there. He's had one on his torso, I think, but I think that's gone now. Okay, going on with the joints. That shoulder's fine. That elbow is nice. That elbow's good. What shall I have for dinner? I quite like that. That's quite good. The double joint elbow is pretty good. What's that bit of plastic just hanging off his finger? I'm just going to smoke a bowl over here. In fact, the elbow's so tight I can't get it back down. The wrist is okay. The waist, probably unfair to judge with the weight belt on, but it's not bad. This shoulder, yep. That's okay, I guess. It's a bit loose. That elbow, not bad. Chuck down a beer. Wrist, it could be worse, Legs okay. That's nice and stiff. Knee, nice and stiff there. Pretty good. That boot, nice and oh, look at that. Oh, that's new. My leg! You can like Psycho Sid people's boots. That's pretty good, okay. And that is too tight to move down, so we'll just leave him there. Leg. It does actually sort of rotate on its own. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but like without moving this joint, which is really tight. We've got the knee. Nice. Yep. Can do that. Broken foot on this one. Alright. Okay, let's stop pissing about now. So, yeah, a bit of a mixed bag there. Not overwhelmed. It's nice, the posability that these figures have. I'm not really going to get into a review of the AEW figure lines, but these are my key takeaways. Although the skin tone actually looks better on camera than it does in person, which is the opposite to what tends to have been the case with the AEW figures, tend to look nicer in person. The skin tone looks nicer on the camera than it does in person, and I like that the skin tone's been improved, because I don't like my Cody Rhodes looking like he was made out of Milky Bar. The face quality is better, although it's still nowhere near as good as the previewed images originally were when they massively oversold this line to us. And the main issue with this figure that I have a problem with is just the lack of tattoo on his chest. Like, where's that gone? That's in the other Cody Rhodes figures that this is just a reskin of. So where the fuck that gone? You know, the decals are nice, the color scheme's nice, and the little AEW on TV rather, a decal is nice. In terms of joints and stuff, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I'm also a little bit terrified of these figures. I don't know why. I just feel like they are going to break easy, maybe. But overall, as I say, I'm not reviewing the AEW line. We're just reviewing this figure. So in terms of like this as a figure, this is pretty good. I quite like this figure. I quite like this aesthetically. It's going to look really good on a shelf. I think the main issue with that is you're not going to be able to see the AEW on TV thing, but the good thing about that is you can leave this guy on your shelf for years, and then one day you just pick him up and go, oh yeah, I forgot to set that on the back. That's nice. I like that. Nice detail. The ring itself is really good. It's really nice, and I'm hoping that is going to make my quality of life a lot better in future animations. In fact, if I could just start using it right now, I would, but I won't. So yeah, I think that's more or less everything. So yeah, I hope this video turned out okay, because it has been somewhat of a massive pain to record between lighting and camera angles and just inadequate recording equipment. I seem to have suddenly got to a point where everything that I own can't record properly at a good angle. So yeah, it has been a bit of a pain to make this video, so I hope it was good. If not, we might have to just do a review of the figure and the ring later on, but hopefully this turned out okay. For now, thank you for watching, and goodbye.